Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. This video is going to be about accountability. And I do try to talk about, I definitely do talk about accountability on this channel. But it's not because, I'm being mean. It's not to hurt anyone's feelings. But, acknowledging choices that we have to make, stepping into a place of accepting accountability for our contributions, not for others, that equals taking power in a situation. Because if I have accountability over something, if I have an option or control over it, then, yes, I can control what's happening to me in that instance. All right. So when I talk to survivors, there's a lot of conversation about what they lost dealing with the narcissist. So I think I want to make a video about differentiating between what's lost versus what's stolen versus what we're giving away. Because you might find that the things that you thought you lost with the narcissist, you didn't. And the things that you feel like the narcissist stole from you, that you actually gave to the narcissist out of your own toxicity, out of your own brokenness, out of your own lack of self-love, out of your own lack of boundaries, out of your own lack of awareness. Okay? So this is what I want you to be thinking about in this video, and to take time to consider in your particular situation. What was lost versus what was given away and what was stolen from you. Okay? Because yes, the narcissists, they do lie. They do manipulate. They walk in deception. They have a false mask. That is true. They are con artists. I totally agree with this. But how many times does a person have to show you this false mask, and for it to fall and be revealed to you before you pick up the false mask and put it back on their face and minimize it, shimmy over it, use cognitive dissonance to even ignore it? How many times, how many elephants, how many offenses did you leave in the room, guys? And this is the accountability, because you know that saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But, I would like to edit that. It doesn't have to be a shame. It doesn't have to be a shame, more so than it just needs to be an awareness. Okay, I was in a toxic pattern. I can take accountability for that. I kept making excuses. I gave more chances than I should have. My patience was way too long for the disrespect, for the abuse, for the neglect, for the, one-sidedness of things. So, when you're getting financially abused, for instance, did the narcissist hold a gun to your head? How many were you a willing participant in that? And it hurts. It really hurts. But we have to uncover it, and we have to make ourselves naked. Yeah, you need to be able to be bare minimally in front of yourself in life. If you don't like that level of vulnerability with others, and that's technically a person who's going to be blocking off love, because you're going to have to make yourself vulnerable to receive love in life. Okay. But if you can't do that with yourself, first and foremost, you're going to be walking in denial, and I bumped into a wonderful acronym for denial the other day, and it was, don't even know I am lying. Don't even know I am lying. That's what denial is oftentimes it's an ignorance to the truth, or it's just turning that blind eye to it. I refuse to acknowledge it. I don't want to acknowledge it, because then it's going to take me out of my comfort zone. Then it's going to be a domino effect. Now I have to acknowledge this, or now it's going to make me have to do something I didn't want to do, or I'm going to have to face a conflict. And some people don't know how to do that. They run away from it. They try with all their might, even if it creates an inner conflict within yourself, and it ends up hurting you. Okay? But I don't want to digress on that topic. But I really want you to get clear on what you lost with the narcissist versus what you gave the narcissist, what you were willingly giving away and taking from yourself. Because I want to make this point as well. The narcissists, they don't fully realize what they are taking from you. They don't fully realize it because, their level of consciousness is not high, or else they wouldn't be operating the way that they are operating in life. They may know on a very simple, basic level, but they don't fully realize it. They don't, because they're thinking about your heart and your spirit. Like, yeah, I'm stealing money from this person. So I'm stealing money. I'm gaining money from this person because I'm stealing from them. But what's the domino effect? How is that leaving you feeling after this has happened? You know what I'm saying? So they're not thinking about that full circle, because that's not their concern anyway. They're not all that insightfulness. No. Even when they're going for revenge, if they're sparking anger in you, they're able to get under your skin. That's the win. But they're not thinking of, oh, wow, now I push this person further into depression. It's going to lead to this. It's going to lead to that. It's going to lead to this. Now they're having stomach ulcers. They're not thinking about the full picture. And then on the flip side of it, the survivor who's giving, in some instances, most instances, they're giving away things to the narcissist. They don't realize what they're giving away. And that's the whole thing about valuing yourself and having adequate self-love and self-esteem. Because if you don't realize how precious it is, you will be giving it away. You will be giving it away. Okay? But the great thing about those two perceptions, the one of the narcissist not fully realizing what they're taking and the devastations that they're causing, not fully realizing it. And I had to put fully in there because some of you are going to say, they know what they're doing. They do on some scale, but I'm talking about fully on the highest level of consciousness and beyond what might meet the eyes of what you did, and all of the consequences that other person is being hit with as a result of your actions and the reactions beyond what meets the eyes. So I'm talking about fully realization, okay? But, my point was, between the two, the good news is the survivor can begin to realize what they're giving away, and therefore guard it and protect it and value it appropriately, and then you won't be in that situation. Okay? But I always like for survivors to take, their share of the accountability and the control of the things that they can in life, because obviously this is an empowerment to you. All right? This is an empowerment to you. And it might hurt for you to think, you know what? Yeah, I played a part in the turmoil that I am digging myself out of or healing myself from presently, or that I've already done the work. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I can take accountability for that. I can take accountability for my part, okay? Because sometimes this is interesting, but the survivor may take too much accountability, or they're taking the wrong accountability. They're taking accountability for the things the narcissist was responsible for. They don't really see themselves, or they are taking too much accountability, some of theirs and some of the narcissists. So we just want to get a balanced perception. Okay. And I just want to touch on the losses, the losses. Some things we really do lose, and then some are a mixture of both. Yes, we lost time with the narcissist, as far as, we can't get back time that left a second ago. We can't. But we offered the time to the narcissist by giving them the time of the day as well, so we were allowing them to have, we were sharing, we were offering our energy and time and space at a certain point to them, even if it was toxic. Okay. But it's not at all a loss, because you're able to learn from that situation and do better moving forward. Okay. So another angle here is some of the things that we feel like we lost, we didn't. We didn't really lose. You may have injured it. You may have, you may need to strengthen it, but it's still within you. It's still there. They didn't walk away with it. They just bruised that aspect of yourself, because you have to allow someone to come and take your self-confidence, or, and it's not even them taking it, it's bruising it. It's lowering it. It's damaging it within you. Okay. But you have to give them that authority. You have to make what they're saying important enough to be able to penetrate your self-confidence. It's something that you have to value what they're saying, where they're coming from, and what they're doing more than your own thoughts and feelings on yourself. You see what I'm saying? So that's something that you're giving to someone else. Okay? So just be mindful of these things moving forward. What authority, what powers are you giving to other people in your life to dictate in yourself that you would feel like they took something away from you, especially the intangible things, like our self-worth and our self-esteem, our self-love, all of those have self in front of them, because other people shouldn't be able to control that. Other people aren't in that equation. We can give them access to that. We can give them that authority. We shouldn't, but you see what happens when you do. You're leaving it in someone else's hands. So when they don't like you, now you don't like you? No, you don't want to live your life that way. Okay, so let's take our accountability and let's start shifting our perceptions around here, guys, so that we can get more healthy minded. And when a toxic person cross your path, you are going to react completely different than you ever have. You're not going to be taking it personal. They're not going to be shifting your core thoughts and feelings and values within yourself. They're not going to be able to do that to you, because you're solid. You're a solid person. And you're standing in your strength, okay? And that's what I want for all survivors, so that you can really stop the cycle. Because you could stop the cycle with that person and get into a relationship with another narcissist, and then here you go again. So this is why the shadow work and really changing those perceptions in your mind so that the body will follow, okay? Really shifting the way that you've been programmed 9 times out of 10 for all of your life. That's going to take some dedication. That's going to take some effort. That's going to take some work on your behalf, so that you can really get to what you deserve. You can learn that lesson and break through the resistance, break through those toxic patterns, guys. You can do this. It's very possible. And it is a mind over matter. It really is. Life is so mental. Life is so mental. Get your mind right. Get your mind right, and you will be amazed at everything else that will fall into line, okay? So if this video resonates with you, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, please feel free to subscribe to my channel, guys. Over 300 videos to help you on your journey to finding, to reconnecting with your wholeness, to finding your happiness, to recentering yourself, to healing from a toxic relationship. Okay? I do offer coaching. I do phone sessions, I do Skype, I do FaceTime, I do email sessions. Writing can be very therapeutic. Go to LakiaCrawford.com, hit the coaching tab. You'll see everything that I offer. And I do something called bundles where you can get 4 sessions for the price of 3 for those of you who know that you're going to need, more than 1 session or extensive coaching, okay? And don't be afraid to invest in yourself. I have books on Barnes & Nobles and Amazon.com to help you through your healing process and to just, help you have what you deserve, guys, which is peace. Peace, confidence, self-awareness, okay? And to increase that emotional maturity, all right? I have the X Factor Volume 1, the X Factor Volume 2, The Beauty of the Eye. And for those of you who have experienced sexual abuse, I have Silent Tears written from one survivor to another, full of exercises and all types of things to help you in your psyche, okay? And this is, of course, beyond, statistics that you would find in a pamphlet, which is icy cold. Someone who's been there and done that knows what a survivor needs to be hearing and working on the most. All right. And you can do this in the privacy of your home. All of my books are available on ebook and hard copy, guys. And I will be working towards getting them on Audible. If you like listening to my YouTube channel, I'm sure you would love to listen to the books. I will be starting a Patreon, guys. This is a monthly membership. It's not up and going yet, but when it's available, I'll let you know. And there'll be exclusive contents and interactions that you'll have with me and access that you could have to me that you won't have through YouTube or any other social medias, all right? And this is nice in between for those of you who are working towards the coaching session or for those of you who want to, triple up or quadruple up on me. You have my YouTube, you have my Facebook support group, and you have the Patreon, you're doing my books, you're just doing the whole thing, okay? So with that being said, guys, God bless all of you. Keep doing the work. You're definitely worthy of it. and it sounds like Nia co-signs that. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and complete this audio and have a wonderful day, okay? And until next time, please take care.